What are you doing, Dink? I made it okay because the wind is blowing pretty good outside. And I think all the blooms, especially the tulips, are gonna blow off. As you could tell, it's very windy out there. We're supposed to get rain showers, storms today and the next, I think, 3 days. So that's not good. Those daffodils are really strong smelling. I don't really like them. The smell of them. I like the look of them. I don't like the smell of them. Make some enchilada casserole. I'm gonna go ahead and brown the ground beef, so you don't have to watch me do that, because other than that, there's no pre-cooking. And I'm gonna warm my oven up because I have to use the big oven. I just went out and fed the birds. I'm running a little bit low on bird feed. It's more than seeds in there. I was cutting the cilantro up. It smells so good. I love the taste too. I usually grow it. I do probably need to start the seeds. I also forgot that I needed to start some eggplant. I completely forgot about the eggplant, but I also should probably start some cilantro. I grow it every year. It's probably my favorite herb. I know a lot of people don't like it because it tastes like soap to them, but I love everything about it. I love the smell, the taste. Yeah, it smells a lot better than my daffodils. So are you one of those people who can't eat cilantro? Does it taste like soap to you, or do you love it? Let me know in the comments. I also love dill. I love the way it smells too, I think. I should probably start some dill too. Yeah, even though I do have some I need to eat up that my daughter brought. I think I'm going to make a salad once I put the casserole in the oven. I'm going to make me a salad, I think, and I'll use some of the dill, maybe some of the cilantro too. Okay, I have all the ingredients ready. I've browned the ground beef with some onions. The ground beef and onions. I'll take this lid off. I have some enchilada sauce. I put a little bit down in the bottom of the casserole dish. More onions because I love onions. Some Monterey Jack cheese I shredded. Sharp cheddar that's shredded. I don't know if you can see this. Fresh cilantro, black olives, and the tortillas. So I'm going to start by putting a layer if I can get them out without tearing them up. Just make it kind of like lasagna. Ground beef and onions. can use any kind of meat or no meat at all. You know what? I think I'm going to put some of my bell peppers in here from the freezer because I have so many of them. Okay, I semi-defrosted the bell peppers. So this is the first time I've ever actually put bell peppers in this particular dish. But I was thinking, what else could you use instead of the meat? And I thought, peppers. I put part of the cheese on here. Oh no. I forgot my daughter does not like bell peppers. Oh, she was gonna eat this possibly tomorrow, so I'm just gonna go through here and pick out all. She doesn't like black olives either, so I'm gonna have to remember not to put those on part of it. I don't think she's gonna eat more than one or two helpings, so let's see. Just do like a third of it without anything offensive on here. Cilantro. More onions. I think I like onions more than she does. She does like onions, but okay. Another layer of the tortillas shells. Hush! What are you barking at? There's nothing to bark at. If I make a tamale pie recipe, I'm going to have to go get some more enchilada sauce because this is going to use the whole big can of enchilada sauce. So most people probably wouldn't put raw onions on this, but I like the flavor of raw onions, so kind of weird. Or cilantro. Oops. probably gonna have to get more cheese too if I make that other dish. Black olives are last. And I'll save some in case she doesn't eat all of this. I still have part of the can too. Cover this with aluminum foil. I set the oven at 350. I think I'm gonna check it in about 30 minutes. And in the meantime, I'm gonna clean this all up, eat my salad really quick, and then start making some chocolate chip cookies so I can go ahead and use the oven while it's hot. So my daughter brought over sun-dried tomato vinaigrette. It's probably one of my favorite salad dressings. It's just so good. So if you haven't tried it, you probably should. It's really good. So I made my little salad with some whole olives, and I put some dill in there, spinach, the cabbage mixture that my daughter brought, some onions, and a little bit of Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna go eat it and then start making the cookie dough. So the enchiladas weren't done after 30 minutes, so I added another 20 minutes and took the aluminum foil off. So I'm gonna get the ingredients ready for the cookies. I don't use as much sugar or chocolate chips as most recipes call for, and I also add nuts, and I'm gonna add pecans to this recipe. Okay, I'm gonna try and do it by hand. I may have to switch to my hand mixer. So the first thing you do is cream together the butter and sugars. I've got a cup of butter. It's been softened, partly melted. One stick came out of the freezer, so I had to put it in the microwave to get it soft enough. And the recipe calls for a cup of brown sugar, but I have a half a cup, because I don't like really super sweet cookies. I like really crunchy cookies. I don't like them soft and gooey. And it calls for a half a cup of sugar, but I'm only putting in a fourth of a cup. 2 eggs. Okay. This is a half a teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of soda, baking soda, a half a teaspoon of salt. Forgot to put the vanilla in. It's supposed to have 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm not sure I have a whole teaspoon in here. Oh, not quite. Almost. I didn't think about vanilla when I was thinking about making this and making sure I had all the ingredients. And this is 2 1/3 cups of flour. Okay. I'm adding a cup of pecans. I would add more because I love lots of nuts in my chocolate chip cookies or in any cookie. But I need some. I need to reserve some for my oatmeal. Sometimes I will make chocolate chip cookie dough without the chocolate chips and just use either walnuts or pecans in it. Lots of them. And then, so it calls for a whole cup of chocolate chips. I've got the dark chocolate variety because I don't like sweet or semi-sweet as much anymore. And I'm only putting in half a cup. I think I would be happy even to leave them out. Because like I said, I will sometimes do that. I think there's a fly in my house. I went and grabbed the fly swatter because as soon as it lands, I'm going to kill it. I hate flies. I don't know how they get in my house all the time, but they do. And summer is usually the worst. But there's already one in here. I guess from letting the dogs in and out of the house. So I'm going to spoon this out onto a cookie sheet. Pop it in the oven because the oven's still warm from baking the casserole. The casserole's out of the oven now. And I'm also going to make a cookie sheet full to stick in the freezer so I can bake them up later. Gonna eat the enchilada casserole. Not sure about the bell peppers in here. Usually don't put them in. It does really change the dish with the bell peppers, and I still like it. So I also make a chicken enchilada casserole, a little bit different, with green chilies and no red enchilada sauce. I also make a white chicken chili that's kind of similar to, with, usually I get one of those roasted chickens from the grocery store, the already baked ones or roasted ones, and just put all the stuff in the Instant Pot and cook it. I'm still waiting on these cookies, and I killed the fly, so hopefully there's not another. There's another one. I hate flies. So I'm gonna have to find a safe place to let my cookies cool. They can't cool out here with the fly. So I'm boiling some water. I thought I'd just taste one of my cookies. It's almost cooled off. Not really, it's still hot. It's still hot. Then I'm gonna try it. It's really good. It is still really sweet to me because of the chocolate chips. The rest are still in the oven that's been turned off. I was gonna see if they would get a little crispier. They're getting a little crispier. Boiling some water. I'm gonna make me a little bit of instant coffee to eat a cup of cookies with. And then I'm going to find a safe place away from the flies to put my cookies to cool off. Usually when I do this in the summertime, I'll put them in the back bedroom because the door is usually closed in there to that room. I hope this storm doesn't get too bad. I think we're just supposed to get a lot of rain here where I'm at in central Kentucky. I know they're expecting like a foot of water out west in western Kentucky. The wind is blowing really good out there. I hope it's not so bad, and I hope we don't lose power. And I hope nobody gets hurt. So do you like chocolate chip cookies? And if you do, how do you like them? Do you like them with lots of chocolate chips? I have a feeling that most people like it loaded with chocolate chips and with the full amount of sugar. As I've gotten older, I like all that sugar less and less. I better pull my cookies out of the oven. You can get them put up because they're okay. Let me know in the comments if you would like my cookies, if you think you would like my cookies the way I made them, or do you think you wouldn't eat them? So y'all take care. Bye.